Hi, I'm Valerie, mother of the bride. My firstborn child. She was the first grandchild. Great grandchild. First one, first niece. Both sides of the family. First grandniece. And firstborn in the family. So anyway, she was the object of everyone's attention. That's really so she's always been unspoiled and no, really, in the beginning especially, and selflessly caring, yeah, and eager to be grown up. She never was a baby or a toddler at all. I miss that. And taking care of everyone else, yeah. Okay. Scarlett turned my life into Technicolor, even though I never wanted kids, but oh my god. It was 17 years later we had Scarlett, like that's late, but anyway. And seeing the world through her chocolate, big brown, chocolate kiss eyes. I mean, like, she can't even close her eyelids because her eyes are so big. Like, it was so amazing, yeah. Her ability to dance in the rain and climb every mountain to a summit of silver lining, laced with love, was and is the super glue for our family. Scores of unrequited admirers from playpen to preschool to senior year until freshman year, they never stood a chance. Scarlett's devotion to family and friends was paramount. That's all she cared about. But Jason lassoed her somehow under her heart and soul. It was like immediate. Yeah, at UT. He represents the core values that are so important to Scarlett. And he has the princely charm, very understated, very English, whatever, Irish or something. And the good looks to boot, especially with Scarlett's kind of, managing. But, not that Julie didn't do a great job, but, Scarlett is very picky about that stuff. Yeah. And it just captivated our West Side princess. It was like my three sons from Scarsdale meets, I don't know, Marissa from the OC. So their textbook love story really embodies the dream weaving of individual expression, underscored by the haven of their love's constancy. I really screwed up here. I took all these pictures of myself in the bathroom. Jenna,
you are doing perfect.
Okay. So, Jason has truly mastered the Rhett Butler formula for our darling Scarlett O'Addis. I have never felt like I was losing a daughter. He's my favorite child, especially since COVID, and my first son. So wishing you both a happily ever after, loving more tomorrow. I know I'm Robin, who's the one. Then, less than yesterday, and more than yesterday, and less than tomorrow. That's it.
Thank you, Valerie. Folks, would you please help me also welcome our parents of the groom, Julie and Neil Henderson, please.
Okay, good evening everybody. Before we address the happy couple, we just wanted to join Will and Valerie in extending our appreciation for you coming here tonight. We know you've come from quite distances, not just here in the US, but overseas also, and we very much appreciate that. It makes a very special day even more memorable for us. So, with that said, we thought we'd reveal to Scarlett here some of the unique characteristics that Jason has, and maybe embarrass him in just a little bit.
First, Jason has a very generous nature. We observed this very early on, and some of his friends here might remember it from Scarsdale, but we went to one of the fairs at the Scarsdale High School, and Jason, of course, got there and realized he didn't have any money, so he calls us over, so we give him some money. And he turns to all his friends and is like, does anyone else need money? It's very cute. Okay.
Another characteristic is he's got very high endurance and rarely complains. I saw that from a very early age because his oldest brother, Stephen, who was on the soccer team, playing both at the school level and the travel level. And of course, Jason, being younger, had to come along. So every soccer game, there he was in a stroller. And it got to the stage where the coach thought, he's going to be our mascot. The other thing is, when he gets interested in something, he really gets determined. And it showed up very early. He got an interest in tennis. So we got him some tennis lessons, and he did quite well. And then we took the family to a Club Med in the Bahamas. And these Club Meds, they have these round robins where everybody's matched with somebody else. You put your tennis rackets in and at random you're matched with somebody else. Well, Jason's only 8 or 9 and he's matched with the very best tennis player there. So it begins out and everybody's saying, well, I can't really play to an 8 and 9-year-old. I'm playing to this other guy. Well, every time they played to him, of course, it went back. And they lost the point. So after a while, people were watching now. They didn't want to look too crazy. So they start giving these gentle lobs into Jason. And lo and behold, they come back and he's winning. And anyway, it all ended up, they got to the semi-finals. And eventually the people who won the semis were smashing balls at him.
Go back to when we first learned about Scarlett. I was going to UT for a Mother's Weekend. It's one of the early visits. And so I'm on the phone with Jason making plans for this visit. And he goes, by the way, Mom, I have a girlfriend. They always tell you nothing. So anyway, we had a wonderful, we got to meet Scarlett. I got to meet her by myself for the Mother's Weekend. And we went for brunch, and she was just like, we were knocked out. It's like beautiful, friendly, fun. We were really, I was very pleased. And then I guess one of our first impressions of Scarlett was that she's very bold and adventurous, and beautiful, friendly. And then we realized it was a family characteristic. So during one of our early visits, we all went out drinking, at 6th Avenue, whatever. And then we ended up at like a country western place that had one of these Bronco rider things. And of course, Valerie, Scarlett, and Elizabeth all got one together, and they were riding. And the guy was doing very gentle at first to say, oh, I don't want to make it too crazy for these 3 women. And then they kept going and going, and nobody was falling off. Finally, by the end, they went like crazy. But it was really a fun introduction to Scarlett and her whole family. We had the best time.
We're very pleased to welcome Scarlett into our family. She's beautiful, and do you know what? She's great fun to be with.
As we all know. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Is that it?
What do you want?
Some people live
There's a little fire hydrant.
some people live just for the fame.